Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm very tired today. Today and yesterday I've been very tired. Feel good. It's a good day. Yesterday the social worker was like, I would say borderline manic, and I was like, no, I'm just in a good mood, but okay. I am just super tired today. The night before last, I woke up in pain because of the rash on my left side of my back that I'm laying on right now. It caused me a lot of pain, and I told you I messed up like my pain meds and stuff. And last night I woke up actually like with the allergies. I think the Dyson filter needs to be replaced, because then I start to get like right before the machine says, hey, we need a new filter, I start to get like choky on like post-nasal drip. It just never fails. So that's usually what happens. So today was a good day. I talked to Sharon for quite a bit, which was fun. I actually didn't do much. Mom and Jim and I had like a family meeting, and it was really good. I did lots of research on stuff. Jim spent some time in the bedroom with me today, which was nice. Tomorrow he said we're gonna just do stuff in here all day, which is great. Then I'll be able to see him pretty much all day, which is really good. Because I have been feeling like, I actually said to him today, I said, can I ask you about all the things that you said you were gonna do when you were not working anymore? If I remind them of you, am I doing that like without nagging? It's not going to seem like I'm nagging if I just remind you that you said you would do these things. And they're not like household projects. This is like my rash medicine is supposed to be done twice a day, but while he's at work, the only days I could do twice a day is on shower day and when the nurse comes. So he said, we'll do it. And I know like every day on a weekend he is really like, I don't want to do it. So I said to him, I'm like, can we talk about doing it? Like, is it something I really would like to get? The medicine will work more efficiently. The efficacy of the medication will be better if we actually do it as it's supposed to be dosed. My rash will go away faster, if that whole thing or whatever. And he was like, yeah, I don't think I'd be nagging because you told me about it. And I was like, we talked about it already. And I was like, he's like, you might have to deal with the crankiness. I'm like, I don't want to deal with the crankiness, because whenever you're cranky and you go to do my wound care, sometimes you hurt me because you're cranky and you're not paying attention and you're not being gentle. And I know it's not on purpose, but it's also not, it's not on purpose. It's not, you're not doing it purposefully. You're just going through the motions and stuff. So I have a Walgreens delivery tomorrow for wound care items, which I meant to have done today, but I never actually placed the order. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, Walgreens only delivers till like 9 o'clock, and it's like 8:30, and I haven't heard from them yet. And I went on and I actually just never hit like finish. But the good news is you get Saturday sales, even if it's Sunday morning. If you place your order on Saturday night, you get Saturday sales, which is good because all the stuff that I had bought was on sale still, so that's good. Let's see. What else happened on this blessed Saturday? Got laundry done. Yay for clean pajamas. The weather was kind of ick. It was thunderstorms out today. We were going to watch a movie, but then it was like, do we watch a movie? Because then if the electricity goes out, we'll be stuck in the middle of no movie. And then we ended up just playing on our individual tablets. And I told him, I was like, if that dies, I can always just like use my Wi-Fi hotspot and we can finish watching it on the tablet or whatever. And he's like, yeah, no, it's okay. I was like, all right, well, what it is, what it is. We have been watching a lot of minivan conversion camper kind of videos. There are people who do like full camper, like put cabinets and sinks in their minivans. And then there's just people who like, this is the best way to make a mattress that becomes a couch. And one lady made her whole setup without even taking out her stow and go seats. and that was like really cool. So we're looking at all these different aspects and taking out like the things that we like from this video, and that's a great tip for this one. And that guy had a great idea, and I was like, oh, if we do this will be a great idea, and just stuff like that. Like, I'm not doing this. This is just to tell you guys, like one idea we had is we have the stow and go seats in the back, and they're split. So it's like a 2-person seat on one side and then the 1-person seat on the other side. Now, of course, these will be stowed. If we leave them in, they'll be stowed for when we sleep. But then we talked about when we wake up, how if we can make it just like a couch instead of basically take 2 halves of the bed and just make it a couch. And then I said what we could do is we could put up the single seat and put like not commode, but we're talking about possibly a canister toilet, which is one of the things you use on campers. Then we talked about whatever we could. We could actually put that in that stow area, and we could like sit on the back of the thing and like really have support or whatever. And he's like, oh, that's a good idea. I was like, well, we did talk about, we have a foldable commode, which is the first one we actually got. And we saved it because that would be perfect for RV living or, for campsites or whatever. Because it folds like completely flat like a walker. So just a couple, we've been watching those videos on YouTube, which are kind of fun. People have really great ideas, but some people's ideas are like, yeah, that's not going to work for us. Because one lady has this, she's by herself, and she has a sterno stove. It's like this really cool looking sterno stove. And she's like, it comes with like a little cup that's like a pot. And it's literally like this big. It's like the size of my individual shake maker. And she's like, I made homemade mushroom risotto in here. I was like, that was really neat, but it would take us 7 hours to make a meal for the 2 of us in something like that. But the reason she did that is because she has actual allergy to propane. So, of course, we pick and choose the things that'll work for us and what we think will work for us and what we think won't work for us. And it's kind of fun to do this, to just jot down on a list things that are good ideas or things that we can try to make into our own ideas, if that makes any sense. There's just some really, really neat things out there. Apparently there's an entire series of videos dedicated to oh, you okay, honey?
Yep.
Dedicated to minivan camper conversions, which I just think is so neat. And this is just something we've been talking about, until we can get an RV, if we still want to, take a trip and stay somewhere, what will we need to convert, our van to sleep in or whatever. So stuff like that, I just think it's really a neat idea. I love the aspect of doing, kind of DIYs with it, just to revamp it. Home improvements without actually doing big physical changes. Couple of ladies have it they're called no build, which is basically you don't do anything permanent to your van. You don't put any damage in your van or put any holes in your van. You just basically put stuff, maybe up to the molding or, held between the walls or something. So it's just a lot of stuff that's really good ideas. One lady has our exact van. And one lady has the same model of van, just a couple of years older. And both of those ladies had really good ideas for where to store stuff, which I thought was really neat. Which we could totally do because we have the exact same vans, is I guess what I'm trying to say. But we've been just so loving it. And one of the things I realized is we have a center console and it's removable. We bought it at Walmart. It's actually the second one we've had in this van, because the first one, when Jackson was little, he stepped on the back and knocked the lid off, and then it couldn't close or lock. It just was loose and a big hole. Basically, cup holders work, and that's really what we counted on. But we realized that that locks. It is totally removable and everything, but that locks, and that is a big compartment. Right in there, we have things. I love to be prepared for everything. I guess my father being an Eagle Scout, my mother being a troop leader, they make you want to just have everything you might need. We have emergency roadside kits. I have a foldable collapsible brush. I have lotion and sanitizer and like even little bars of soap. And you go to the hotel and they give you the little bar of soap that's wrapped up. Take one and throw it in your car. If you're ever like stuck out there in the wilderness, you know, and at a river or whatever, you can just wash your hands or whatever you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds dumb and I'm not giving good examples, but they're also nice. I've had some things at times where I've seen somebody who's been like totally homeless, and I just will throw together in one of the Ziploc bags like the soap, like the extra tooth, and I'll just, when I have extra stuff, and I just give it away. I think it's, I don't know, I think it's really good to do, so.
It's good practice.
Yeah, it's a good practice, right? So it has been like fun doing that. Just that sort of like next level of our dream. We talked about like, okay, yeah, we can't afford an RV right now, and we wanted to start with mini trips, and will Mom come with us on mini trips? And then I said to Jim, I'm like, Mom could actually make her car a one person, like we could caravan, because Mom's thing is about driving is not necessarily about driving, it's about driving by herself. And if she followed us, it would be like a different story. Or if she, you know, like if we caravanned. So I was thinking like mom's little SUV would be perfect for her. She could like sit up and she could lay down and all these things, and you know, she could have her music, and she smokes in her car so she could smoke away, you know, and then we would, you know, both have our own places to sleep but be next to each other. Yeah, I just think it's just a lot of things to consider, and obviously adding things to our existing vehicles would be much cheaper than buying anything, obviously. But it also would give us a good place to start. You know, you don't have to wait until you have $20,000 saved up to buy an RV or get a loan to buy an RV. You can just pick up pieces here and there. Like, perfect example, and I think I told you guys about Dave and Sissy. And Jim and I have talked about not buying anything for a while, because now that he's not working, we want to make sure we get our finances. Like, we have to figure out, like, what unemployment will be, and every month we'll have to do, like, different finances to see what kind of extra monies we have. But before, when we had extra monies, not soft begging, talking about my budget. I don't need anything. Thank you. We found, so I talked about Dave and Sissy there. I found them on TikTok. And every day when you sign up for their emails, they show you like deals of the day and coupon codes. Well, we actually found this water bottle pump, and it goes on like a 5 gallon bottles of water, like the kind you can get filled up at Walmart. And it's a USB rechargeable, like, motion sensor pump. And you can fill up like a pot, because it's got like a button to press to fill up a pot, or just like to do automatic to wash your hands or fill up your cup. And when we found that, I was like, this would just be great. It was half price, so it's like originally actually it was less than half price. It was originally $24.99. I think I got it for $9.99. And I was like, this is just good to have. We have a bucket in Jimmy's office underneath the dining room chairs. Actually, underneath, I don't even think it's a bucket. I think it's like under the chairs. A little bit of something is under each chair. And we've just been slowly like stashing stuff away. Not necessarily even buying stuff. Like, perfect example is our cast iron pans are there. Now, yes, cast iron are very hot. However, when we go camping, cast iron goes on a open fire. Like, you know, so that's a reason why you would use cast iron. So we have like my cast iron pans there. We found a bamboo utensil set, a 6-piece bamboo utensil set for $6 on Dave and Sissy, and we discussed it first. And I said, hey, this is $6. It's the bamboo like you like. It's got colored, like coated handles. I said, do you want to get this? Do you need it out there? Because I actually have no idea how all of his stuff is doing out there, because I haven't been out there to like look, cook, you know. He could have like all of his bamboo utensils could be broken. I wouldn't even know, because Jim doesn't talk about stuff like that, you know. So I was like, oh, you need these? He's like, actually, those would be really good to put with the camping stuff. And I was like, you know what? You're right. And they're better quality than you would get at the Dollar Tree when you pay $1.25 for them each. Anyway, I got them for like $1 a piece. They're, like I said, they have like not a rubber, but like a silicone paint kind of coating on the handle. Each one's a different color, which is cool. I just thought that would be like perfect, and he actually, I thought it would be good for him to have, and he thought it'd be perfect to add to the camping stuff. So just like there's been things we've been stowing, not even things we've been buying, just things that we have. The smaller sheet sets, we're like, well, we don't have a full-size bed anymore. Why are we keeping the full-size sheets? And I'm like, well, a full-size mattress is probably what's going to fit in the van when we're ready. So just let's put them with the camping stuff. Like that type of thing. That's the kind of things that we've been doing. So, am I getting anything, sweetheart?
Not that I...
Did we get anything like... We haven't got anything like laundry-wise, right?
No.
Because we saw this one lady who's got the van like us. She has... It's called a scrub buddy? Not a scrub buddy, because that's that thing. A scrub. I wrote it down. But basically, it's like, she calls it a dry bag, and it's actually like a washing machine that you can like, it's like a washing machine, and she's got like the little dollar Tide in her door with the little dollar Clorox bleach, and she's got that all stuffed in her door, and I'm like, the great idea. It's like, does the great ideas. These are such great ideas, and I'm so like pumped to go. Obviously, I cannot do anything while I still have the rashes, and I cannot do anything while I still have the braces, which is so frustrating. But I get it. In the meantime, we're just looking and planning, I can probably start walking again after my birthday when I turn 52. I hopefully will have my back brace treatments done by then so that I could... Jimmy, is there tape stuck to my nightgown? There is. Do you know where it's from?
Nope.
Okay. Do you want to look to see if it goes any of these places?
No.
Okay.
I don't know what.
Okay. Maybe from the top of this.
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I just was itchy by something, and it was like tape stuck to my nightgown in the inside. All right. So anyway, so by my birthday, which is just yesterday, was Friday the 13th. So 2 months from yesterday, I'll be able to go back to the doctor, and if he doesn't tell me to walk, I'm going to pick a new doctor. That's all it is. I'm telling you. If he says, hey, go, you could start walking again, I'm going to say, Doc, listen. And I hope to have the rash better by then, and then maybe my spine treatment started. So then when I go back to SLU, I might even be able to meet the spine doctor and say, hey, how does my spine look? Can I get rid of the stupid plastic thingy? Which I love, by the way. I love it. It's not stupid. It's very helpful. Well, I'm being nice. And again, listen, I don't have to wear it. The doctor recommended I wear it. I don't have to be off my foot. Doctor recommended to be off my foot. I mean, let's call a spade a spade. I don't have to listen to my doctor. I choose to listen to my doctors. I know that I want to be better, and I can't be better if I don't listen to my doctors. So there is that. So I'm just so, like, I'm super pumped now. And we talked about if we do take out the stow and go seat, like we would just take out the one on the right side and use that for storage. Because then when you take out the middle row seats, those stowable compartments will have like a cover, so you can actually still use them for storage. Come on in. Just kidding, there's a ghost. And then if you use the back ones, the cover kind of stays on the bent. It's part, like, okay, I don't know what I'm saying. The cover for the back row stow and go is actually like the underside of the seat. It's not separate, so you can't like take the cover off and leave the cover there. You'd have to like make a different cover or something. But regardless of that, the stow and go seats in the back actually have many uses. They not only are seats, so like you do a third row, we can have like movie night, you can recline, but they also are called stadium seating, which means they, like, if this is the tailgate, this is the back of the van, not only do they sit like this, but they sit like this. And you can sit and watch, like, at the drive-in. You back into a drive-in and you could sit out there. If, like, we're tailgating, if we're whatever, and it takes, like, all of 15 seconds to stow and go the seats, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
If there's nothing in the way, it takes absolutely no time. Like, the biggest time it's ever taken to open or close the seats has been getting the stuff out of the way. like either getting the stuff out of the trunk to put the seats stowed, or getting stuff out of the floor, off the floor to get the seats up. So there is just like it's so versatile. You know, it really is. Yes, it will be narrow for us, but it really won't be, because one of the biggest problems Jimmy and I always had on the full-size bed was the fact that the full-size bed that we had was from IKEA, and the mattress ends like here, and then the frame goes out to here. So like if he would go to roll off, he wouldn't have the wall to support him. So we'd always roll up a quilt and put it in the crack, so that if he did roll over to the wall, then he wouldn't feel unsupported. So we don't have a problem like not having room, because we could snuggle. The biggest problem we ever had was when we could fall off the edge of the small bed. If the bed is between the walls of the van, then obviously that's not an issue. So it's just a lot of things to consider. We've been talking, we've been watching videos, we've been coming up with, like I said, which idea is good, which, you know, all these things. And I'm super pumped. I want to, like, you know, when you want, what is the line? From When Harry Met Sally, he says, when you know who you want to spend the rest of your life with, you want your rest of your life to begin as soon as possible. And that's what it's kind of like. I'm kind of like, when I know what I want to do with the rest of my life, I know I want the rest of my life to start right now. So there's just a whole bunch of things that, if you're interested, the lady's name is Simply Lisa. She's on here on YouTube, and it's Lesa. So Simply Lisa, SIMPLYLESA. She looks really neat. She's the one who's got the exact same van as us, who lives a minimalist lifestyle in her van. The one with the laundry and all this thing. So just to give you an idea, if you're interested, she's got some really great ideas, as like I mentioned as well. So I think, is there anything else you want to talk about? Tomorrow was supposed to, I'm not holding anybody's ass to the flame, excuse my language, but we're supposed to do the summer clothes finally tomorrow, because we're looking at having like no more cool weather at this point. It's like full on summer now. So we are gonna do that. Like I said, Jimmy said he wants to work in here tomorrow, so he wants to finish up laundry. He wants to do summer clothes change out. I'm going to try to do whatever I can to help. Like I said, even if I was thinking I might even put my brace on and sit up in bed, because whenever we did summer clothes change out, I always sat up in bed and like would swap out the clothes out of the drawers and stuff. But that was before. That's not what it is now. Now we have a different setup here. So this is going to be the first time we're changing since we actually have the room finished the way we like it, the way we have it now. So that's it. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. I love you. Oh, I didn't tell you what I ate today. This morning I woke up and I was hankering Taco Bell breakfast. I keep seeing they have a new Taco Bell breakfast box, and I knew that they couldn't eat all the things that were in there, but I knew that, like, Mom would eat the hash brown and Jim would have the cinnamon bites. You know what I mean? And I knew I could have the breakfast burrito if I just ripped off a lot of the gluten-y thing. But so I just was, like, really wanting that this morning. So that's what I had for breakfast. We were up early enough, thank God. And Mom was so excited because she hadn't had it in a long time. Because, again, she's not really up. You know, she gets up really early and then she sleeps, and she doesn't get up till after, like, breakfast hours a lot of times. So that was a nice surprise for her. And their hash browns are really good, aren't they?
Yep.
I had no idea. And nothing was too spicy, which was very cool. I was very happy about that. Actually, I shouldn't say that. The breakfast salsa was a little too spicy. They have a special breakfast salsa that you can get at breakfast time. And that was a little too spicy. It kind of reminded me of like the salsa that you get at Sonic's breakfast with their breakfast burritos. And then we really didn't have lunch, so I had an apple with peanut butter and my Activia yogurt. You know, always got to have the Activia yogurt. And then for dinner, I had the leftover Jimmy made homemade gluten-free rice-a-roni fried rice, like a rice-a-roni fried rice. Basically, he browned the ground beef with some onion, made the gluten-free rice-a-roni type thing in there, added an egg or two. Did you do 2 eggs?
Huh? Yeah, 2 eggs.
Soy sauce and teriyaki sauce.
Mm-hmm.
That's sugar-free teriyaki, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
And low sodium soy sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so delicious. I was like looking forward. And then he made,
onion.
I told about the onion. I didn't say garlic or ginger, but yes, that too. And then he made broccoli and he sprinkled some teriyaki sauce on the broccoli. And I was like, oh my God, why is this so delicious? He's like, oh, I'm not telling you. No, he told me right away. So I had that left over with a milkshake because the last time I ate that, I told you guys, it was, I have like a little trauma on the top of my mouth right here behind my teeth. And I thought having the milkshake directly after it, would be helpful. And it did. I feel
Turn
good.
Digital crown to unlock. Unlock. 9:43 p.m.
I feel pretty good, about, like, my mouth feels pretty good. So I'm kind of happy about that. So that was it for today. Actually, I didn't even have any sugar-free candy. What did I snack on today?
Mm-hmm.
Did I have any snacks? I didn't even eat the Jell-O. Oh, I did have a sugar-free chocolate vanilla Jell-O pudding. The swirl one, I did have that with a snack with lunch. So I had a apple with peanut butter, the yogurt, and then I had the pudding. And that's right. Thank you for reminding me. But listen, I love you. Please don't ever forget that I love you. And if I'm way gone, long after I'm gone, come back and watch these videos and remember how much I loved you, okay? And if nobody's told you that you're loved, you can always come by and hear it here, okay? All right. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Jim.
Bye.
Bye, guys.